Right, here we are in our bread making class this morning, Gordon's French baguettes. So what we've got is yeast, salt, flour, water and our mixer and some scales. I'm going to start off by putting all the ingredients in the bowl and then see what happens, because Jamie says give it a mix up. Right, so I'll do that in a second. Right, so in the bowl we have our flour, we have our yeast and our salt. As you can see, the salt and the yeast are at different sides. You want to not have the yeast and the salt touching each other. Just create a little wee well in the middle. Put it in our mixer with the dough hook. And then get this going. Start to put in some of the water. So slowly put in the water, don't put it all in at once, just let it start to mix itself up, and then put it on a bit of speed. What I try to do is get all the flour off the side of the bowl, if you can. You can see that start to come off the side of the bowl, start to stick to the dough hook, and then add in the rest of the water. So a baguette is quite a wet dough, so I need to give this a good, I don't know, 10 minutes or so in the mixer so it all comes together, and it should end up nice and shiny and all kind of sticking to the dough hook, and when I press it together it should always kind of just spring back. So I'm just going to leave that for about 10 minutes and then see what happens. Right, dough has had about 10 minutes mixing and it's looking pretty good. It's still quite soft, but it's alright. Next thing is you need to get a bowl, put some olive oil in it and then give it a little squeeze around. Excuse the camera work. And then we will get the dough into the olive oil. Right, dough is now in its bowl. It's quite sticky, but it comes out. So just use a scraper if you've got one. Get it in there. I'll cover that with cling film, and I will leave that for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, until it should double in size, until it gets really fluffy and airs up. So we'll see what happens in an hour. Right, here we are, an hour and a half later, and the dough is looking all puffed up and very nice. What I've also done is prepared on Ruth's lovely Wimbledon linen towel, a couche, which is just folded up, lots of flour in it. That's apparently what the Frenchies do with their baguettes. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to not knock it back as I would normally do. Just split it into two and stretch it and, well, roll it out into a baguette-ish shape, and leave it for another hour. So let's see if I can get this onto this board and rolled out. Right, you can see here there is tons of fibres and stuff in the dough. So that's the gluten all pulling through. So the idea for a baguette, normally with a normal dough you'd knock all that air out, but for a baguette or a focaccia you leave that because you want the really irregular kind of holes in the dough when you do it. So you just want to take this out, split it in half, and then shape it into kind of sausage baguettes, and then put them into their bed, and I'll leave them for an hour or so. Right, that's them now in their couche. The dough's super sticky to handle, so kind of a bit of flour on it. But hopefully these will puff up and rise in the next hour again. So we'll try that and then get them in the oven and see how it looks. Right, here we are, exciting stage. The reveal of the baguettes. So there they are, looking nice and fluffed up. Then got to transfer them onto here and then get them on the oven. So let's give that a wee shot. Right, one went on easier than the others, so I've given them a wee dusting with flour and a couple of slashes. I've already got a ton of water in the oven to try and get some steam going, and those boys are going in for about 25 minutes and we'll see how they come out. Fingers crossed. Right, they've been in for 25 minutes. Let's have a wee sneaky peek. Oh, look at them. Not as risen as I hoped, but I know what I've done wrong. Give them a wee bit to cool, and then we'll see how we get on. Right, here we go. As in the eating. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Let's try it with a bit of cream cheese.
You might need a glass of red with this though, my darling.
Oh yes. Brilliant. Very good. Cheers.